I'd like to call upon Amy's higher self, please.
Yes.
Thank you. We would like to see if we can do a body scan for her and find out what's happening, if there is anything that needs to happen. Can we balance and heal it all?
Yes. Yes. Her body is actually feeling pretty fantastic. Her body is loving that she's trying to be more healthy and kind to it. And she's really been watching what she's been eating and cutting out her sugars. And we're really, really happy with the way things are progressing for her.
Fantastic. I love that. Wonderful. We were curious about the reason why she had to have major surgery on her eyes those years ago.
Yes, well, Amy had some very, very dark days, and a lot of her life, she's been processing this energy for so long, but she really didn't know what it was. And she really, really thought that there was something very wrong with her. She was labeled as having a bipolar disorder and then later on depression. And in the meantime, she was kind of fighting her body with medications that weren't obviously doing her any good. And she had severe reactions every single time she tried a antidepressant or the bipolar medication, and it really threw her whole body out of whack. She was very, very depressed, and she really just didn't want to continue. The only um, thing that's kept her going was, her children, and, feeling like she didn't want to leave them alone in the world. And yeah, she really didn't see a future. She had no dreams, no aspirations, nothing. She just lived day to day. And some days just were even a struggle for her to just even breathe. Very sad when we look back, but she is just doing so much better now that we're really so happy for her.
Fantastic. And with her eyesight now, what can you tell us?
We actually can tell you that she was told she had a secondary cataract, probably going on to 2 years ago now, but we have taken care of that for her, so she will not have to have any more surgery on her eyes. And we can also do a little bit of healing on them as well, and try to make her vision a little bit better now for her.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much if you could. I know she'll.
We're sad because she used to love reading so much. She used to read books, sometimes 3 or 4 books a day, and she doesn't even hardly read at all anymore now. And that kind of makes us a little bit sad for her. So we would like her to start reading again, because it really does wonders for her when she's involved in a book.
Can you tell me more about what wonders it does for her when she's involved with a book?
Yeah, she's using her imagination, and her imagination is always better than anything that they could, portray in a movie of a book that she's really loved. She really can get into a story and feel like she's, a part of the story. And we've always wanted her to be a writer as well herself, but she's tried a few times, but it just hasn't worked out for her. And we're still pushing her now to pull out her book that she has sitting beside her bed, waiting to write her dreams in it. And we would really like her to start writing them down.
Wow. And so, what would be the significance of her when she starts doing that? How will she grow from that?
It would really help her to remember better if she was to take. We would like her to get up a few minutes earlier. We know that she doesn't like this, and she doesn't even like hearing it, because she doesn't love, especially the morning shifts when she's on her day shifts. It's so early for her and so hard for her to get up, but we would like her to get up like a half an hour earlier before her shift, and pull out her book and start writing down what she remembers, because she dreams so much, because we are communicating with her constantly in her dreams. And we would really like her to remember more than she does. And she's getting so much better at remembering it even without writing it down. but there's so many good messages in there for her, and little things that we're trying to point her in the right direction of, with regards to releasing and inner work. And we're trying to speak to her. She knows she had a dream last night that she doesn't mind sharing about being scared to go into the basement, and there was one of her former residents that she really truly loved with all her heart, and two other ladies that she doesn't know who they are, but we are going to tell you that they are her grandmothers when they were younger, and that's why she didn't recognize them. And they're right there wanting to give her just messages of love and encouragement.
Oh, beautiful. And
Yeah, we're really wanting her to know that she can connect with us. We're right here, and she's so close, but we know that she's a tiny bit scared of just totally opening herself up. So we really want to help her and give her a little bit of extra healing so that she can know that she has nothing to be afraid of.
fantastic. I know she's going to really embrace that encouragement and that message. Thank you so much.
Yes, it is one of her gifts. And we've been trying to talk to her for years and years and years. And she had a former boyfriend who is now her very good friend that is also able to connect up with us very easily. And he kind of showed her and told her that, she would be able to do it as well. And that was us telling him to tell her. So we really want her to know that we've been trying to get her to hear us for so long. And now that she's finally getting there, she's so close. So if she could just really, just truly open up, and we are showing her right now the beautiful energy that she could feel if she would just totally open herself up to us.
Do you have any guidance for her to how to be able to fully?
Yes, excuse me. We just want her, like we're already showing her when she's asleep. She's been taking her sleeping pills for a long time, and they're blocking a lot of the communication we're trying to do with her at night. But we're slowly working with her on trying to get that so that she can sleep by herself. But we're not quite ready for that yet, but we're getting there, and we're trying to sort of almost take away some of the effects of the medication so that we can reach her a little bit more clearly. And if she just tries, like we think we said this in another session to her as well, but if she just really tries to put herself in the same state that she's in when she does these sessions, she can relax so easily and fall so easily into your sessions, and she should be able to just do the same thing and just either hear us in her mind or speak us out loud, because she hears us in her mind all the time, but she's also doubting that it's us when it always is us. It's not her own thoughts, it's our thoughts, trying to get our message across. And we really want to use her as a tool to communicate with some of the people that she knows in her life that need messages from their loved ones.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you so much for that clarification and confirmation. That is really, really wonderful. Okay, so thank you for that. So then we were just speaking before about a special connection she felt with Louise Hay. Are we able to call upon Louise Hay, please?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you once again for connecting with me, Louise. I feel like I should call you Miss Hay. Welcome. Can you give us some information about your connection to Amy? Are you aware of such a connection?
Yes, I feel her and I see her, and I've watched her reading through my book time after time after time, and she can feel my energy right now when I'm with her, and she's just like beside herself with the energy because I have so much love for her. She was able to connect through my books, and she had a app of mine on her phone to do affirmations, and she's gosh, she was motivated one day just to pick the book up by her guides and her angels. We woke her up. They woke her up at 5 in the morning and got her to pick up the book. And yeah, she read it through like 5 times, and she really has applied all of the things that I said. And she still could do more. And I would like to tell her that she needs to do more mirror work, because that's one of the things that I have found works the best for people, especially to gain self-love that's been missing from them. If they just look in the mirror and look into their own eyes and say, they can use any one of my affirmations. I love and approve of myself is the one that I would recommend the most. And if they just start to say that every day to themselves, looking into their own eyes, it'll be much more powerful now than it was even when I wrote it, because the energy in the planet is so phenomenal at the moment. You can manifest things so quickly now.
Yes, it's definitely true. So thank you so much. And so, Louise, can you tell us about your life contract and your purpose being Louise Hay?
Yes, my purpose was to be able to live my own lessons so that I could share them with other people and bring them the help and the hope that they needed to, to help them on their own with their own lessons. I myself had vaginal cancer due to trauma when I was a child, and I was unwilling to let that go, even through all my own metaphysical work and all the work that I thought that I'd done. When I found out I had the cancer, I really had to face things that I thought that I dealt with, but I really hadn't dealt with effectively at all. And by sharing my story in and all the things that I learned through many, many, many different ways, and in my book, I would say as well that I've said that as well, that I changed my diet. I changed the way that I looked at things spiritually. I just changed my whole mindset. And, all those things contributed to me being able to beat the cancer and, carry on to live out a really happy and healthy life. And it was my gift, to be able to share this all with humanity. I have nothing but love for all people in this world and other worlds as well.
Amazing. Thank you. And so, what would your general message for humanity be today?
I want to tell people just to really go within. And the most important thing is to love yourself. So if you don't love yourself, you can't really properly love or help anyone else. You need to work on yourself first before you're helping other people, because it's so important for you to love and trust yourself and trust your own tuition.
Thank you. It seems like there is still some belief systems out there that loving ourselves first is probably selfish and we need to actually look out for humanity first. What is your response to that?
Yeah, it definitely is. It's just like, as an analogy I will use, is if you're on an airplane and the plane is, they believe there's going to be a problem with the plane, you need to put your own air mask on before you can put the air mask on of anyone around you. Because if you don't put yours on first, you're not going to be able to help anyone else. So you need to take care of yourself first. It's not being selfish. You need to love yourself first. You need to go within, and you need to totally love yourself, because it will make you so much stronger and it'll make it so much easier for you to be able to help other people.
Yes, thank you. And in terms of what are you doing now in the afterlife? What can you do with us?
I am here watching everything unfold. I am here trying to help anyone who wants to connect with me. I am listening. If you pick up one of my books, or if you ask me directly for help, I'm here to help you whenever you need it. All you have to do is just try to connect with me, and I will be there every time to help you. I really want to support humanity through this, the most exciting time that there's been on the planet Earth. you guys are so lucky to be able to experience this. I myself chose to leave earlier because I felt like my work on Earth was done and I wanted to be able to help from this side. So I see where you're headed and I see the new Earth and I see uh, how exciting it's going to be for you all to be able to experience all of that and experience everything that's happening on the Earth right now. It's really unlike anything that's ever happened to humanity, and especially to your listeners, um, they are the people that we really need because they are going to be helping everyone on the new Earth to get settled in and to get used to the fact that they were on another version of Earth and now they're on the new version of Earth, and that things are totally different. So we really want to I really want to make sure that they all love themselves and are ready to help these other beings when they need help.
Yes, fantastic. If you could give us an affirmation today to be able to help project ourselves forward and to be able to be open to the shift to the new Earth 5T, what would you say to us?
I am going to say today for an affirmation, like I already said, the one about I love and approve of myself, because that is always first and foremost my most important affirmation of all. But my second affirmation is going to be I am open and receptive to all the universe has to offer.
Beautiful, beautiful. Do you see any big blocks for humanity? And so, can you tell me what they are?
I think that we are struggling to keep a few people in hope right now. And that's why I really wanted to come in today to give a message of hope for humanity. The worst is really behind you. This month of February is a month for growth and for you to all look within and finish the last of your inner work. A lot of you have already done most of it, but everybody still always has a little bit of fine tuning that they can do. um, I also really like the idea of you connecting with a group. And I would still encourage any of your listeners that are hesitant about contacting you, for the support that they may need right now from other like-minded people, that they should, quit being hesitant about it and reach out a hand. They will be among friends if they do. And no one needs to go through this alone. We all have each other, and um just love everyone and try to help everyone that you can in any way that you can. And when I say that, I mean by just even saying a kind word or just listening to someone that needs to let go of something, and just by trying to be supportive as you can to people that you come across. Because right now in the world, with the masks and the distancing and all of that, it's taking people to a place where they're feeling very alone. And even if it's just someone that's working in a store that you come to, or someone that you're passing in your car, just try to send them some love, and even a smile if you can. And that will they will feel the love that you're giving them, and it will give them the encouragement to carry on a little bit further.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you so much. Yes, I do appreciate that confirmation in this. Thank you. Um, in terms of people who still are going through their inner work, um, what would they be noticing now with all the energies happening on the planet?
The energy of the planet is actually getting better and better by the day. I know that they have been cranking the energy down a little bit so that they can kind of force people to do inner work that they might not have done otherwise. And in general, we see so many people awakening and so many people um, just waking up to the fact that there is more out there to life than just the little 3D existence that you've been led to believe. And people are waking up to all the lies that they've been told, and kind of doing their inner work. With the forced lockdowns on people, a lot of people have had no choice but to go within. And it's wonderful for us to see here on the other side, looking in, to see that so many people are waking up and are working towards the common good for the world.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. And in terms of why I feel prompted to connect with you today, because I feel like you have been sort of tapping my shoulder for a while. Was there another reason for that, or have you expressed your messages for humanity?
Um, I have expressed most of my messages for humanity. Again, I just wanted to remind everyone that the self-love is so important because, again, like you said earlier, we are prompted, as a whole, to think that that's selfish, and that message has been, you know, uh, it's been put through the propaganda, on the news, in the papers, even just via word of mouth, by people that aren't awake, to others that, if they say don't wear a mask, or if they don't keep the 6 feet distance, if they don't respect all these rules, that they're selfish. And they're not selfish, and neither are you for putting yourself first. You need to love yourself before you can help anyone else. So I just really want to stress that message as well, and say, it's not too late for anyone can do this. People are growing very quickly now, so if you're just starting today, even just look in your mirror, look right into your eyes, and say, I love and approve of myself. And just scream it at yourself if you need to. Just get the message through to yourself, and everything else will start to get easier as you do that. I also want to talk a bit about releasing, and everyone really needs to release their old belief systems, and just uh, be willing to accept the new that's coming in.
Fantastic. As you can hear, I feel like I'm releasing a lot at the moment. Do you want to tell us more about what I'm going through?
Yes, you're going through a big upgrade, Joanne. So we are really doing a lot of fine tuning with your body to be able to give you even more gifts than you have now to share with the world. You've already discovered the light language, and we feel like there will be more surprises in store for you as well. You are truly a gift to humanity, and you don't know how many people really count on your messages, and your lovely channeled messages and your sessions. They are the bright sparks of their day, and they are just so relieved to finally hear the truth coming from a source that they can trust.
Well, it's just good to be able to get trustworthy information from you guys. So, I just want to say we thank the connections that we have every day with you and higher dimensions, because it is giving us profound guidance to be able to keep us on the, I want to say the straight and narrow, but it's a good track. It's always good wisdom and advice, especially when we can apply it. So thank you so much. And can you tell us about, I know you want us to love everyone, and I know you want us to love ourselves, but is it self-love by keeping some toxic friends or people who are not resonating with us? How would you approach loving them still and keeping our balance and our self-worth worth up there?
Yeah, that kind of cut out a little bit, but I think that I understand what you mean. So basically, yeah, if you feel like someone is not got your best interests at heart, or is maybe caught up in their own ego, or is you know um not able to support you the way that you would like them to be able to support you, you we don't expect you to go out of your way to follow them around and spread love to them, but we just don't want anyone to be holding any like ill will towards anyone or any negative feelings towards them, so to speak, in a really profound way. Like, we understand that everyone gets a little bit angry, and anger is totally normal, and it is a 3D emotion that you do need to feel. And we just want you to be able to release that very quickly and really try to stay in more of a neutral space, where the emotions of the situation are not, dragging you down, so to speak. So we, we just really kind of want you to kind of look at everyone with love. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to go around and, be everyone's best friend if you don't feel a connection to them. But we just don't want anyone to, we kind of just want everyone to be able to release any negative feelings that they're feeling towards anyone, because it's really only hurting you in the end if you feel anything like that towards anyone else. I hope that was the answer to the question you were looking for.
No, it's just good. I think a lot of people are worried that they're not having the big mindset if they're not connecting with the toxic friends or toxic family. And much harm.
Sorry, that one was totally kind of cutting out, if you don't mind repeating it.
People are concerned and have been concerned that if they can't profoundly love the people that sort of lower dimensions, 3D, really want to spend much time with them, and they're worried that that's going to drag them down and not be unconditional loving beings. So there's just people concerned about worrying about judging themselves, about loving themselves, having boundaries, and still trying to support others without bringing them down.
Yeah, there's no problem with putting up boundaries towards people. Like, if you feel like someone's not for your greater good, then there's no reason that you need to spend all your time with them or anything. Even if it's your family member or whatever, they might be needing to do their own inner work. So it's perfectly fine to, leave them alone to do their inner work. If they need you, they will know where to reach you. I know it's very frustrating for some people right now, because some of their families and things are not on the same page with them as far as the way the world is going, or the way that they view the world right now, and where they think that they're going. And it's totally okay. Everyone is waking up in their own time, and we just want you to give those people the space that they need to get to the place where they need to be. So we don't want anyone trying to, force anything on anyone. It's all right to give them little breadcrumbs of information just so that they know that you're there for them. But there's nothing wrong with you setting up a boundary and staying away from them if you feel like they're not there for your greater good. We hope that made sense, because the question still did kind of cut out a little bit.
No, it does make sense, and it's a good reminder, because I think a lot of people are trying to have that bigger mindset and be accepted of all and love all, and sometimes it can be challenging when uh, we wanting to do need boundaries with people.
Yeah, we do totally understand that. It's very hard to get into the bigger mindset 100%, because you've been living your life completely believing something else is the truth, and now you're believing in life contracts and purposes and life lessons and all of that, and everyone isn't there yet. So you have to kind of even just think, we will be there to help you to find the right words if you need any help with when you're speaking to other people about this kind of thing. We will be there. If you want to use your intuition, we will be there to help you know the right words to say, so that you can sort of gently get a little bit of your point across without having to tell them the whole sordid tale of what's going on in the world right now. Everyone isn't ready for that, and everyone doesn't need that, and it's not going to help a lot of people. So the people that need to know the information know it, and the rest of them are just slowly waking up. And some people will not even ever see the bigger mindset until they are on the new earth. And that is just the way that it has to be. Their life contracts have made it so that they are meant to be asleep at the time of the shift. So we just need to really learn to be respectful of people's life contracts, if we can see it that way, and know that if they're still sleeping, it's for a reason.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And gosh, if you've got to convince anyone of your intuition, they're not ready to hear anything. And so, you know, I almost
No, no. And most people, honestly, they know that their intuition is there, but they just don't listen to it as much as they should. And, most of the people who are going to be listening to this session are the people that are listening to their intuition. And we just want to, let them know that they can totally trust it, and they need to just, it's like Amy's higher self was saying to her earlier. You just really need to trust. We want you to trust that everything is going to happen in the right time and at the perfect moment, and that we are here for you and we are always supporting you, and that we love you so much, and we want you to trust yourselves and trust your intuition and trust that it will steer you the right way. You just need to totally let go and release whatever is no longer serving you, and move forward, listening to those little voices in your head, because that is us trying to guide you.
perfect, perfect. I think everyone will be reminding to say that they love themselves and accept themselves for who they are completely, and they will embrace that. So, thank you so much. Is there any final messages that you have, Louise, for the collective?
My final message is just that we see everyone working. We see everyone, working so hard to do this, and we are so proud, and we love you all, and we are here. And just don't think that you can't call on me or anyone else that's up here anytime that you want to. If you feel a special connection to me, if you are looking uh, for some of the answers on self love, especially, you can pick up my book, You Can Heal Your Life. There's lots of great information in there. It is all the answers that you really need for loving yourself are right there, and lots of answers on how to do your inner work as well if you're struggling. So, I'm just one of many people that you can call on. But if you do feel a special connection with me, I will definitely be there with you as you're reading. And I'm willing to connect with you anytime to help you through.
Fantastic. Well done. Lovely. And of course, like any work, it can be hard or easy depending on your approach. And it seems like with pure integrity and honesty towards yourself and this work, it seems like it's quite straightforward and kind of not the obstacles.
Yes, it's actually very straightforward once you start to read it. All my book is about is just like, just releasing the things that you've been brought up to believe. And we know it can be very, very difficult at times because you've been so indoctrinated in this lifetime. And, even by people that you trust, like your own parents, and who just trust that everything unfolded the way that it was meant to for you to be the person that you are today. All these things that happened to you had to happen to you in order for you to be where you're at right now. And the easier time that you have with releasing it now, the easier time that you're going to have moving forward. So now is the time. Quit putting it off for another day. Just do whatever you need to do to get yourself to a place where you can release, especially trauma. And I would say, from my own experiences, knowing how difficult it is to release that trauma, but knowing what a difference it makes to your life if you can release that trauma, because carrying it around with you is not doing you or anyone else any favors. You need to forgive the people that you feel like have wronged you in this life, because you had life contracts with them to inflict the pain on you that they did inflict on you. And both of you, just like you have been on the end of inflicting pain on people, whether you know that you have or not. Just about everyone here has, whether it even just be, an argument you had and you said something that you maybe regret saying that may have hurt someone deeper than you think that you did hurt them. Everyone has been on both sides of it, and that's part of your life lessons. So, we just really want you to try to see it from the bigger perspective, and try to see, how important all these life lessons were in shaping you into the person that you are today, ready to accept all of this healing that we're giving you, and ready to move forward and help others, to settle to the new earth.
Perfect. Yes. Being grateful for all the opportunities and the experiences for learning and for growth is so perfectly wonderful. So thank you so much.
Yes, that's the other thing I want to say too is you cannot be too grateful. And Amy herself knows because she's done it many a time. If you're not sure what to be grateful for, just sit down with a paper and a pen and write down, from the smallest thing like the sun coming out to, to having your children to, having a roof over your head, food to eat, and whatever makes you grateful, and just really sit and think about it and write yourself a big list. And when you're done the list, look around and see what you have. Even if you have lack in your life, like we know some of these people that are listening to your sessions do, it is probably purposeful. And there's probably a lesson in there, which is to make you be grateful for the little things. And there are a lot of people in the world that have a lot less than you do. So, try to look at it from the bigger perspective and see that, just see all the things that you really are grateful for. And the more that you are grateful for, the more abundance the universe will bestow upon you.
Absolutely. And also understanding that people with more money doesn't mean happiness or self love or anything that we assume. So, money does not buy anything that is
It
of great value to the soul.
it definitely does not. And I myself lived as, just about like a pauper as a child and had absolutely nothing. And then later in my life I did come into money, but I gave a lot of that money away as well because, the money doesn't buy the happiness. It was all the inner work I did, and um all the soul searching that I did, that gave me the peace, not the money. Once I had the money, I was grateful to be able to share it with others, because you really don't need that much stuff. The material stuff doesn't matter at all. And from this side looking at it, it matters not at all. You can't take any of it with you. Possessions are just possessions. And I do write in my books as well that you should actually get rid of most of your stuff, um every so often, because you really shouldn't attach any kind of value to any sort of material possessions whatsoever.
Yes, absolutely. So true. And so, in terms of your material and literature, was it from Divine Connection?
Yes, yes. I did many courses in metaphysics, and as well as lots and lots and lots of my own research to get me to the place where I was. And I went to, experts in just about everything that you can imagine, and got their take on it, and then compiled it all into one book to try to help people. While my main book, You Can Heal Your Life, I wrote many, many other books that go into many, many other things. But that would be the simplest way to put it, would be the You Can Heal Your Life. So much work, and so many hours of me connecting to get that information out in that book.
Amazing. Did you ever come across Dolores Cannon and her work?
Yes, definitely. I am and have always been very fond of Dolores Cannon. She is a lovely, beautiful, enlightened soul, and I kind of uh am glad that I now get to be with her here in the afterlife.
Fantastic. You know we're in safe hands when Dolores and Louise are at the realm.
We are both here. All you need to do is ask us for help, and we're both here and willing and ready to help anyone who is ready for us.
Fantastic. How beautiful. Thank you so much for your input and love for humanity. Um,
Thank you so much for calling me, and I'm so glad I was able to give a message to you today.
It's wonderful to connect with you as always. Thank you so much.